Welcome the anointed ones, because when all eyes are on you, it is not simply about being different. It is because you are unforgettable. Have you ever noticed how certain people enter a room and, without saying a single word, everyone immediately becomes aware of them? It is as if an unseen spotlight follows their presence, pulling attention naturally, turning heads, sparking quiet curiosity in every direction. But here is what makes it interesting. They are not trying to be seen. They are not chasing attention, nor are they performing for it. They simply are. That is the kind of energy the chosen ones carry. And if this is you, you already recognize what that feels like. Here is something fascinating. Research suggests people form impressions of confidence within seconds of meeting someone. But what we are talking about here is deeper than confidence alone. This is something quieter, something steadier, an unshakable energy that does not seek approval, does not depend on validation, and yet somehow still holds the room without effort. It feels mysterious, sometimes even a little intimidating, and honestly, it leaves people wondering why they cannot stop noticing you, why they keep watching your movements, reading into your silence, and trying to decode what you are going to do next. Stay with this, because we are going to break down why all eyes seem to land on you so naturally, and why it is almost inevitable. And along the way, you might even find yourself amused by how ironic it all is. First, you spark curiosity in others, but you remain impossible to fully figure out. You are the kind of person who keeps people intrigued, yet no matter how close they get, they never feel like they have completely understood you. It is not just because you are private. It is because there is a depth to you that cannot be easily mapped or simplified. People may believe they are close to understanding you, that they are finally seeing the full picture. But then something shifts. A new layer reveals itself, and suddenly they are back at the beginning again. It becomes like trying to solve a puzzle that refuses to stay solved, one that only grows more complex the more pieces they think they have figured out. What drives people even crazier is that you don't go out of your way to create this mystery. You're just living, minding your own business, and still you become the unsolvable enigma in their minds. They might catch glimpses of your intentions, but there's always something more, something they're missing. They're used to people who are transparent, easy to read, predictable even. But you move differently. You don't show all your cards. And in a world where everyone's racing to reveal their lives, this subtle restraint is almost alien. And the funny part, while they're spending all this mental energy trying to figure you out, you're barely even noticing. Your focus is on your purpose, your goals, or simply your peace. It's not a game to you, it's just who you are. This unintentional mystery draws people in deeper and deeper, like a book they can't put down, but also can't quite understand. They're left with questions that linger long after you're gone, almost haunted by what they don't know. That's what makes you unforgettable, the way you stay a step beyond their grasp, leaving them intrigued, captivated, and always coming back for more. Number 2, they feel an inexplicable need to compete, but you don't engage. People feel this strange urge to compete with you, as if winning against you would somehow elevate their own worth. They don't realize that you're not even in the game. For you, it's never been about rivalry. You don't measure your progress by how you stack up against others. Your goals are personal, driven by something deeper that goes far beyond what anyone else is doing. This lack of interest in competition throws people off. They're used to measuring their success by how they compare to those around them. So when you don't engage, it feels like a challenge in itself. What confuses them even more is that you don't react when they try to compete. They may flaunt their successes or subtly put you down, hoping you'll feel the need to prove yourself. But you're too grounded for that. Their attempts at rivalry just seem like background noise because you're so focused on your own journey. To you, what they're doing simply doesn't matter because you're busy following your own unique path. This calm, unbothered energy makes people question themselves because they can't quite understand it. Deep down, they may even feel defeated. They wanted to compete, but without your participation, it's an empty win. You're like a mountain that stands solid and indifferent to the winds trying to move it. This unshakable presence makes you intimidating without you even trying. It's as if your self-assurance subtly tells them, "I'm not here to be better than you. I'm here to be better than who I was yesterday." And that hits differently. It leaves them grappling with their own insecurities, wondering why their victories feel hollow without your validation. They realize they wanted more than just to beat you. They wanted your respect. Number 3, you radiate an otherworldly calm under pressure. When things go sideways, people often panic, get defensive, or react impulsively. But you have this calm under pressure that feels almost otherworldly to them. It's not that you're immune to stress, it's that you process it differently. Instead of spiraling, you stay grounded, almost as if you're watching the chaos from a step back, allowing yourself to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. People see this, and it unnerves them, because they're used to seeing cracks in others when things get tough. But with you, there's this steady resilience that seems unbreakable. Your calm makes people wonder what you know that they don't. They're left questioning how you manage to keep it together, how you keep that steady presence even when everything else is shaking. They might even start to feel vulnerable around you, sensing that their own anxieties and insecurities are more visible by comparison. It's not just about your cool demeanor, it's about the way you handle challenges, as if they're simply part of the journey, not obstacles in the way. This perspective allows you to keep your center, even when everything around you is shifting. Balance, and others can't help but notice the strength that radiates from it. What they might not realize is that this calm didn't come easily to you. It was built through experience, resilience, and perhaps even a few battles that forced you to find peace within yourself. You've learned that panicking never solved anything, and that real power lies in controlling how you respond. This ability to stay composed, to move forward without getting rattled, is something they don't fully understand. They may not say it, but many find themselves both intrigued and unsettled, as if they're in the presence of someone who knows something beyond the ordinary. And that right there is why you're unforgettable. Number 4. People expect you to slip, but you keep rising. People might not say it outright, but there's a part of them that almost hopes you'll stumble. They see you moving forward, achieving things, breaking boundaries, and it unsettles them. Your progress shines a light on where they feel stuck, and it's easier for them to watch you fail than to face their own lack of momentum. So they wait, sometimes with subtle smirks or whispered doubts, expecting that sooner or later you'll falter. But the thing is, every time you hit a roadblock, you don't stay down. 2. You setbacks are just temporary detours, not dead ends. While they expect you to give up, you find a way to turn that failure into a foundation for something even stronger. You rise not just back to where you were, but higher each setback, adding to your resilience. This isn't luck. It's an intentional choice to grow from every hardship, and it catches people off guard. They're left watching as you not only recover, but come back sharper, wiser, and with even more momentum than before. Every time you rise, they're forced to confront their own excuses, their own reluctance to push forward. It's a mirror they'd rather not look into, because your comeback is a reminder of their own hesitation to even try. And that's why you become a mix of admiration and frustration for them. You don't fit the script they had for you. Instead of being proof that failure defines us, you become proof that resilience does. And each time you rise, it chips away at their comfort zone, making them question if maybe they too should be pushing harder. Number 5. Your aura demands respect, not attention. You're not someone who needs to be loud to make a point. Your presence alone says more than words ever could. While many chase the spotlight, working hard to be seen, you have this natural magnetism that demands respect without asking for it. You don't perform or seek approval, and that's precisely what sets you apart. It's a quiet kind of power, the type that doesn't need validation, but still commands attention. People can feel it, even if they can't quite put their finger on why. The difference between seeking attention and commanding respect is subtle, yet powerful. Those who seek attention rely on reactions. They depend on being seen in order to feel real, constantly drawing energy from external validation as their source of fuel. But your energy is different. It is grounded, steady, and internally complete. You are not chasing approval from anyone, and strangely enough, that is exactly what makes people offer it to you. It is almost instinctive, as if something in them recognizes a strength you do not see in most people, something that makes them pause, observe, and reconsider what they thought they understood. In your presence, people begin to reflect, not only on who you are, but on who they are as well. They start questioning their own motives, their need for recognition, and even the insecurities they usually keep hidden beneath the surface. You do not set out to trigger this, but your presence creates a ripple effect that they cannot ignore. People can sense that you are at ease within yourself, and that awareness quietly makes them wonder whether they feel the same way within themselves. This calm, unforced authority is what makes you unforgettable. Nothing exaggerated, nothing performed, just something real that cannot be easily replicated. In a world where everyone is trying to be seen, there is something both refreshing and slightly intimidating about someone who does not need to try at all. Number 6. You unintentionally expose the pretenses others hide behind. Your presence has a way of stripping away the layers people use to protect their insecurities. It is not that you actively reveal them, but rather that your authenticity makes it difficult for anything artificial to stay intact. Most people move through life behind carefully constructed masks, built to fit in, avoid judgment, or shield their vulnerabilities. Yet when you enter the space, your sincerity and naturalness are so unforced that those facades begin to weaken under the weight of your realness. People feel that you're seeing right through them, not because you're looking for flaws, but because you're simply unwilling to play into the superficial. You see through the small talk, the posturing, the endless need to impress. Around you, people find it harder to pretend, harder to maintain the image they've carefully built up. It's as if their practiced charm or guarded smiles no longer hold the same power. They're left with a choice: be real or feel unsettled by your gaze. Some might be drawn to this, craving a connection that doesn't demand pretense. Others might feel a bit vulnerable, even defensive, sensing they can't keep up the illusion they've maintained with others. It's not that you're judging them. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Your own comfort with who you are simply highlights the masks they've relied on. You become a mirror, reflecting the authenticity they're missing in themselves. And for better or worse, they feel exposed with you. There's no hiding, only an invitation. Sometimes challenging, sometimes liberating, to drop the act and just be real. Number 7. You walk away from control attempts, making them feel powerless when someone tries to manipulate or control you. You don't give them the reaction they're expecting. Instead of getting defensive or fighting back, you respond with calm detachment. You're not interested in power struggles or proving a point. If someone tries to push you into a corner, you don't stay to negotiate or argue. You simply leave. They're used to others playing along, even if it's just to resist. But you don't even give them that satisfaction. You're gone before they can get a grip on you. This approach is unsettling for those who thrive on control. They're used to people trying to earn their approval or needing to respond to their games. But you're a different story. You value your peace over someone else's need for power by choosing to walk away. You make it clear that no one can keep you anywhere you don't want to be. It sends a strong message without you having to say a word. You're here by choice, not by force. And the moment someone oversteps, you're gone. Your calm exit leaves them feeling powerless. They wanted control, but you're not playing along, so their sense of dominance crumbles. It's like trying to hold water in their hands. The tighter they squeeze, the faster it slips away. This freedom you have, the willingness to leave any situation that doesn't respect your boundaries, is rare, and it's what sets you apart. People soon realize that manipulation won't work on you, and that if anything, they're only going to lose you by trying to hold on too tightly. Number 8. You embody strength and vulnerability, making you unpredictable. You're not an open book, but you're not a closed one either. People see this unique combination in you, a blend of strength and vulnerability that's both inviting and impenetrable. You can be understanding and empathetic, ready to lend a compassionate ear, yet you're also unwavering when it comes to your own boundaries. This balance makes you unpredictable because they never know which side they're going to encounter. One moment you're approachable, offering genuine care. The next you're unyielding, standing firm in what you believe or need. This mix of traits is rare, and it's something people can't easily grasp. They're used to placing others into clear-cut categories, either strong and aloof or kind and yielding. But you defy these categories. You've learned that real resilience doesn't mean being hard. It means knowing when to be open and when to protect yourself. This is what throws people off. They see you as both deeply sensitive and powerfully self-contained. They can't predict you, and they can't manipulate you, because just when they think they understand you, you show a side they didn't expect. Your strength isn't about being unbreakable. It's about knowing you can face challenges without losing your essence. Your vulnerability isn't about weakness. It's about trusting yourself enough to show your true self, but only when you choose. This duality leaves people intrigued, even a bit unsure of how to approach you, because they can sense that your kindness has limits and your openness has depth. This balance keeps them curious, constantly guessing, aware that they're in the presence of someone who knows themselves in a way most people don't. Number 9. You don't seek validation, and they don't understand it. In a world where validation is the currency most people trade in, you're an anomaly, while others are constantly looking for approval, whether it's in the form of likes, compliments, or a nod of agreement. You stand firm in your own self-worth. You don't need external affirmation to feel secure in who you are, and that independence is something others struggle to comprehend. It's like a puzzle they can't solve, because they can't wrap their heads around why their opinions, which seem to matter so much to them, don't hold the same weight with you. Your confidence isn't born from needing anyone's recognition. It's rooted in an internal knowing. You've built your own foundation of self-assurance, and it's so solid that the fluctuations of outside approval or disapproval don't shake it. To most, this is a foreign concept, one they're not used to encountering. People can feel this difference, and it unnerves them. They may even try to bait you into seeking validation, testing your reactions. But every time they do, you simply remain unbothered. You don't need their validation to feel complete or to know your worth. This quality makes you both magnetic and mystifying. People are drawn to you because you exude a sense of confidence they can't easily replicate, but they also can't quite figure out how you do it. You don't play by the same rules. You've mastered the art of self-validation, and that makes you both free and untouchable. They can sense that you're impervious to the typical validation game, and it forces them to confront their own insecurities. You don't need their approval, and that's exactly what makes you so compelling. Number 10. They can't read you, and it bothers them. You don't wear your heart on your sleeve, and you don't spill your thoughts for anyone to dissect. While most people quickly reveal parts of themselves to establish familiarity, you operate differently. You keep a lot hidden, and that creates an air of mystery that others can't quite figure out. They're used to sizing people up, drawing conclusions, and feeling in control of the interactions. But with you, they're left with more questions than answers, and that bothers them. It's not that you're intentionally trying to be elusive. It's just that you value your privacy, your autonomy, and your internal world. You know that not everything needs to be shared, and you understand the power of maintaining some mystery. You don't need to offer up pieces of yourself for others to feel comfortable or validated. You choose when and what to reveal, and that control you have over your personal narrative makes others uneasy. They might try to read you, study your reactions, look for clues in your behavior, but they come up short. There's a depth to you that they can't access easily, and it leaves them off balance. They can't predict what you'll do or say, which makes them second-guess themselves. This unpredictability throws them off, making them feel like they're constantly trying to catch up to you. What they don't realize is that your silence isn't weakness, it's power. You don't need to lay your cards on the table to assert your presence, and the fact that they can't figure you out, that's exactly what keeps them intrigued, yet frustrated. Your ability to keep some parts of yourself a mystery leaves them feeling unsure, and that's the last thing they expect from someone so self-assured. Number 11. They sense the depth of your purpose. There's an undeniable energy that surrounds you, something people can feel the moment they interact with you. It's not something you have to announce, and it's not about what you say. It's in the way you carry yourself, in the quiet certainty of your actions, and in the way you move through life with intention. People can sense that you're driven by something greater than just the daily grind. You're not here to simply pass time or follow the crowd. There's a deeper purpose guiding you, and that purpose radiates from you in a way that is both captivating and unsettling. For most, life is a series of reactions, a dance to meet expectations and survive another day. But with you, it's clear that your path is different. You're not just responding to the world, you're moving in alignment with something much bigger. And that scares people, even if they don't fully understand why. It's intimidating to be in the presence of someone who isn't just floating through existence, but actively creating, shaping, and moving toward something with purpose and direction. This energy doesn't need words to be felt. And that realization, knowing they're not part of your journey, can be both intriguing and unsettling at the same time. They sense that you're not just here to exist, you're here to evolve, to grow, and to fulfill a purpose that is far greater than most can even begin to imagine. Number 12. Your presence challenges their own identity. Your mere presence disrupts the status quo in ways people aren't prepared for. It's not something you do intentionally, but it's an undeniable effect you have on those around you. Simply by existing in the same space, you force people to confront parts of themselves they'd rather ignore. When others interact with you, they can't hide behind their facades or mask their insecurities. They see themselves reflected in you, and it's impossible to look away. You become a mirror to them, showing not only their strengths, but also their vulnerabilities, things they might have worked hard to bury. This reflection can trigger different responses in people. For some, it creates discomfort because they're faced with aspects of themselves they've been avoiding. The truth you reflect back to them is unsettling, and they can't escape the reality of who they are when they're near you. Others may feel admiration for your ability to stand strong in your authenticity, recognizing in you a quality they wish they possess but can't quite tap into themselves. And then there are those who feel envy, threatened by the clarity and certainty you radiate because it highlights their own confusion or lack of direction. What makes you so powerful is that you don't need to say a word, you don't need to teach a lesson or point out flaws. Your very presence, your ability to simply be yourself, forces people to question the masks they wear and the identities they've built around fear or external validation. And while that might make them uncomfortable, it also sparks a deep need to reevaluate who they are. In that sense, you're not just walking through life, you're sparking transformation in the people around you, whether they like it or not. In the end, being a chosen one isn't about being seen or celebrated by the masses. It's about the profound effect your existence has on the world around you. Your very presence forces people to confront their own truths, whether they're ready or not. You don't seek validation because your sense of self-worth is rooted in something far deeper than external approval. You walk through life with purpose and certainty, and that unsettles those who are still trying to figure out who they are. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are a mirror, a challenge, a presence that forces others to confront their own identity, their own limits, and the place they believe they hold in the world. That is why your energy feels both captivating and intimidating at the same time. You do not try to become anything other than who you are, yet somehow you draw attention that cannot be ignored. Some people admire it, some feel envy, but almost everyone who crosses your path is pushed inward, made to face parts of themselves they would rather avoid. You are not here to blend in or to follow the patterns designed by others. You are here to carve your own direction, to build a path shaped by strength, truth, and a commitment to something higher than approval or acceptance. So for those who find themselves observing you from a distance, trying to decode who you are, keep watching, because with every decision you make, with every step forward, you are becoming more aligned with a version of yourself they cannot fully comprehend, yet cannot look away from. And it is within that mystery, that clarity of purpose, and that steady sense of self that the real power of a chosen one becomes undeniable. If this message connects with you, and you are ready to step fully into that strength, make sure to subscribe and join a community of people who are committed to walking their own path and living in alignment with who they truly are. Stay connected so you do not miss what comes next. If you felt empowered, share your thoughts and pass this on to others who need to hear it. Together, this becomes a journey of growth, awareness, and transformation. Keep evolving, keep moving forward, and keep challenging what the world expects of you. The best is still ahead.